I'm going to steal something that I took from your speech, Shirley. In March 2020, a door closed. Everything we knew as a society shut down. Some of us were more fortunate than others. Some of us had great family and friends to support us, what I call a safety net. But who would be there for our most cherished and most vulnerable? We knew how dangerous the virus was to our older adults. But did we know how dangerous isolation and loneliness was for older adults and seniors? That March, it hit me. I always knew how important our work was in the community. I stood in a cemetery in March with no one from the family of the deceased, just me, a representative from the mortuary and a representative of the cemetery to escort a person who was unknown to me on their final journey. No family attended. No one felt safe enough to be there. Yet there I stood. It reaffirmed what I always knew. Smile on Seniors, our volunteers, and you, our partners, are their family. You are their safety net. That March, one door closed, but we opened another door immediately. We added 57 volunteers to our over 130 volunteer corps. You heard that correctly. And embarked on an ambitious quest to reach out weekly to every single senior for whom we had contact information. Over 570 phone calls were made each week. We offered free mental health professionals and counseling. And then to help socialize, as you heard, we began to offer a daily Zoom, not once a week or twice a week, but daily Zoom for seniors to socialize and learn. We brought presenters from all over the world, and even local seniors as well, some of them here, so thank you. I get to thank you in public. We hosted over 160 Zooms that are all recorded, and you can enjoy them in your viewing pleasure on Facebook and YouTube today. We had over 4,000 participants. And as you also heard, we offered all of our events immediately as to-go events. Shabbat dinners, Passover seders, deli nights, which were a big hit, and more. Volunteers delivered even as far as Sun Lakes. And might I add, thanks to another connection, we added toilet paper for those that needed. We received an email from Risa, who's celebrating her 80th birthday today and couldn't make it. She said, many can say they've lost a friend during COVID, but few can say they've gained a friend during COVID as she did, thanks to a Smile on Seniors volunteer. And it wasn't just volunteers who stepped up. Our partners and shareholders stepped up as well. Over 100 new donors stepped up in the last year, and an additional 19 joined our Nate Sachs Legacy High Club. We needed the help of the community, and you stepped up, including people I have not yet met until today. We didn't forget as well about our older adults living in senior living communities who are truly in lockdown. I've done prison chaplaincy and I know what a lockdown is. They were in lockdown. Surely you can tell us about this. We engaged them via video platforms, conference calls. We dropped off love packages to share our sentiments of love, that they were never forgotten, and that our community cherished them. In February, we worked our magic and gained the attention of the Arizona Republic as we helped seniors, not just of the Jewish community, as we scheduled sought-after vaccine appointments and arranged as well to get our seniors to the appointments. On March 8th, I always love this email, Pat in our office sends me an email. She says she received a phone call listing me by name, asking to speak to the vaccine whisperer. And with this, a new door opened. In April, we were welcomed back in person to senior living communities. The excitement was palpable. Over these last months, we have even grown our senior living community scope. We now count 51 communities as beneficiaries of Smile on Senior services.
Nice.
And then in September, a new door opened. We began hosting events with a new in-person energy. We even increased our offerings with new programs and events, such as In the Kitchen with Benita, a monthly movie discussion group, a trip to Israel we hope to do. Although we want to close all those other doors and just forget the past, the negative parts of it, we left one of those doors open. A few months before COVID, I was hosting one of our discussions with the Rabbi, and a retired radio host from Chicago, Mike Jurgen, sat at one of these discussions, and he was fascinated by the discussion. It was his first time there, and he said, you have to record this, and you have to put it on the internet, because other people can join and listen to them. Little did he know. Today, we left that door open, and we now offer our programs in person and virtually on Zoom as well, allowing those who are homebound or ill to participate as well. Last week, after a pickle-making event, it was actually 2 weeks ago, we received one of our greatest emails. The subject said wanted. I didn't know what I was going to be reading. The body of the email read like this. It's somebody who's obviously very proficient in emails. Her sentence continued. It said, wanted in the subject, to let you know how much fun I had with my friends yesterday. And this was the kicker. It's almost worth getting old. Thank you again for your support this evening. Together, we will open more and more doors and keep them wide open. Thank you.